Number 75 Whiskey, contact departure, good day.
I don't hear that.
I don't either.
Go ahead, call it.
Nope.
St. Augustine and Fort Lauderdale. You having flashbacks to the beginning of this channel? I know I am.
You can never go back. Struggle to survive, and you're still alive.
Alright, so we got us filed. We filed for Ormond, Victor 3, Melbourne, Victor 437, Brickell.
Whoa.
It's all different for you now.
Alright, what am I doing?
Alright, Ormond is O-M-D.
OMD.
O-M-N.
OMN. Okay.
Yeah, what you got? Victor 3,
Victor 3.
Melbourne, MLB. Here, I'm gonna just say, oops, I didn't mean to do that. If you do that, now as you build it,
It will come.
You can, if you build it, it will come. You can, you'll see it as you build it. So Ormond, Victor 3, Melbourne, Victor 437.
Okay.
Yeah, now it shows you all of Victor 437. And then we're getting it off on that on Brickell.
Brickell. Okay.
Shows you going all the way down, so you know we're heading the right direction. And then there's Fort Lauderdale exec.
And. Oop.
FXE.
Okay.
Alright, I'm coming to 4 flight. I'm going to load from panel. There we go. We've now got it in 4 flight. I'll zoom into 4 flight, and then here's our taxi diagram. Ground band 3175 Whiskey with Whiskey at Delta 3, rated taxi active.
Number 3175 Whiskey, Sunshine Ground. Actually, X-rays current. Current altimeter is 3011, and the ceiling of 1,200 broken. Just say again your position, sir.
Alright, 3011 and the Delta 3 hangars.
Whiskey, thank you. 31, taxi via Delta Bravo.
31 via Delta Bravo, 75 Whiskey. Alright, we're clear left, we are clear right. I like taking off on 3-1 now that we're leaving from here. It's a shorter taxi, but I like landing on 1-3 because it's a shorter taxi.
Well, hi, everybody.
Welcome aboard. Today we're heading to Fort Lauderdale exec. And that might become a little more of a common route for us, being as I did take a 3rd job, 4th job, 5th job. Took another job flying with a 135 out of Fort Lauderdale. So now we're going to be flying down to Fort Lauderdale looking for a new home. Looks like it's back to my old stopping grounds. Tim is so excited for that.
I'm so excited for the East Coast, yes. Jury's still out on Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, well.
Loading what?
75 Whiskey, winds 2408, 5 runway heading, runway 31, clear for takeoff.
Runway heading 31, clear for takeoff, San Francisco.
Really?
Alright, we are clear right. We're clear left, runway heading 2000. I see 31. Alright, power set. Fuel flow. Airspeed is alive. 84 knots. Winds off the left, see how it turns
Yeah, they
out
are.
there?
Yeah.
Positive rate. You're up.
Number 75 Whiskey, contact departure, good day.
I don't hear that.
I don't either.
Go ahead, call it.
Nope.
Number 7. Contact departure.
So Jet 547, flighting 360 vectors descent, descend and maintain 5,000.
See if I have this.
Yeah.
Departure Baron 3175 Whiskey 500, climbing 2000 runway heading.
Baron 3175 Whiskey Jack's departure, ident.
Ident, San Whiskey.
Baron 75 Whiskey radar contact 1 mile northwest of St. Augustine. Request bases and tops on the climb and maintain 4,000.
Alright, climb maintain 4000 and we'll report San Whiskey.
What was that?
Got a comp.
Whiskey leaving 1500, turn left direct to Ormond.
Leaving 1500 direct to Ormond, San Whiskey. Looks like about 1000 is the base. See where the top is.
Yeah, probably about 13 to 15.
Give me direct, enter.
Oh shit.
Departure 402 Alpha Jack's departure, ident, climb and maintain 4,000.
What? Okie, what? Why am I not seeing Ormond?
Oh, man, go all the way up to the top. So be the very
I
first
was.
one.
Departure 402
There we
Alpha
go.
radar contact 2 miles west of Craig.
Alright, there you go.
Alright.
So it was 2000?
Yep.
Vision 6 Golf Echo contact Jack Center 125.37. 2.
Departure Baron 3175 Whiskey. Bases were about 1000, tops were about 2000.
Well, it was a nice breakout, even though I didn't notice it.
Also, we had a comm failure.
It said comm failure?
Yep.
I never see it because of this. Interesting.
Baron 75 Whiskey contact Daytona 118.85. They'll get you climbing higher.
1885, and I don't know if you heard my report, at 1000 base, 2000 tops.
Didn't, but thank you.
Go ahead. Daytona approach, Baron 3175 Whiskey 4000, direct to Ormond.
Baron 3175 Whiskey Daytona approach, Daytona altimeter 3012.
3012, San Whiskey. I guess you're not going to get me higher?
That's alright.
I'm not going to hold this pressure for so long. Alright, no more holding the pressure. I got to start trimming.
Baron 75 Whiskey, traffic 1 o'clock, 20 miles northbound, citation, leaving 7,000 for 5,000.
Alright, look at San Whiskey.
308 Daytona approach, climb maintain 7,000.
You can hear him training in the background.
Training?
Yeah, he goes, give him an altitude.
75 strike contact approach 125.35.
To have somebody yell at you while you're talking and like...
I do it to you, though. Sometimes. Well, I used to, I should say.
Done. He's gone. He's past us.
He's 1,000 below us.
5 Whiskey, climb maintain 8,000.
8,000, San Whiskey, thank you.
Or we won't. I've got that one, but he's going north. He's going south with us.
that's not him, that's
Yeah, no,
his.
I know.
Not even close to being the guy. Alright, 8,000 set, climbing 8,000.
Can't find traffic. What happened to the girl that could find traffic like nobody's business?
Oh, thank God.
Whiskey traffic 12 o'clock, 4 miles northbound, 4,200 indicated.
There we go. Traffic in sight, San Whiskey.
Yeah, I got him.
5 Whiskey, roger.
You know what that means, right? I win. Just saying, I beat you. Yeah, remember that girl? Used to beat me all the time? Now that she's...
I got old. You got to trade me in for a new model.
Yeah, I was going to be nice and say because now that you're more involved in flying, it's harder to find traffic because you're doing more multitasking.
Whatever.
But yeah, I guess it's time to trade you in for a new one. So send your resumes to... Get a wind correction to the ones coming off our
Yeah, we're like...
There's some crabbing going. This is a route I have not done in a long time. What I like about this route though is typically if there was any weather, usually the weather is either going to be over the ocean or over the land. And so often I could,
Yeah.
if it was one, I can just go to the other especially being a twin, going out of the ocean usually worked out pretty well.
It's slightly come off the water, slightly.
Yeah.
There's definitely days where I like cannot process what just happened.
Flying wise?
Yes, and it scares me. I understand this is IFR.
Like, for example, you mean where we're located?
The comms throw me off. So immediately you go, do you have to respond to tower, or do you just go over? What happens if your comms continue to go out? Like...
So, in theory, I should have responded to him. But, because it would have meant tuning this in, and there's too much shit going on takeoff.
Right, on takeoff.
And I knew we were going IMC, that, he'll just think, I hit the button or whatever, I don't know. Plus, once he talks to them, they can always communicate with each other that I switched over.
You know, like that worries me, or, you know, like, okay, then there's that. But then I'm like, I know you're still on takeoff, and then, yeah, we're hitting IMC, and now he's asking for tops and bases, and I know that's never a priority.
That's not a priority.
I know it's not, but, like, just, you know, I'm trying, every time you fly, whether it looks like it or not, I am trying to do it myself.
Which is great, which is what you should be doing. 11 off 8,000, 2,400 on the RPMs. Alright, temperature's good. We'll close the cowl flaps. Alright, so we were level cruise, 8,000 feet. Got an indicated airspeed of 161 knots. An outside air temperature of 56 degrees Fahrenheit, or about 11 degrees Celsius. And we have a true airspeed of 186 knots. Fortunately, we have a headwind, 245 knots off the side. I'm sorry, 45 knots. 245 knots.
I'm like,
hell of a headwind.
I'm confused.
We have a headwind of 46 knots from a 245 degree angle. So we're getting a bit of a headwind. So we got a ground speed of 173 knots.
Boo.
Yeah. One of the downsides of going north and south all the time is, especially when we're like this north and south going from St. Augustine to Fort Lauderdale, is it seems like there's always a headwind because the winds are always coming from the east or the west typically, and so rarely do we ever get a good push this way. At least when we're going to the west coast of Florida, you know, we potentially could get a little bit of a push, or, you know, depending on the winds, but
We'll get it near Pahokee.
yeah, we'll get a slight one towards the end. But so when I filed, it said this flight time would be about an hour and a half, hour 30 minutes. So we're currently 18 minutes in flight, and we've got an hour 13 to our destination, which ends up being exactly an hour 31. So that's pretty much right on cue for what when we filed. So having a YouTube channel, I hate to use the term successful, but a up-and-coming YouTube channel sometimes has its perks.
A watched YouTube channel?
Sometimes has its perks, and some of the perks that I never really thought much about is I get to meet a lot of really cool people, and I get introduced to a lot of companies, both in aviation and outside of aviation, you know, some of which have been sunglass companies and different things. And one of the companies that recently reached out to us was a company called Into the AM. And Into the AM actually makes these t-shirts that actually Kim and I are both wearing. I actually like her shirt a lot.
It's pretty cool.
It is very cool. And so they make these nice shirts, and they're really soft and what have you. So they reached out to us and asked if we'd be interested in checking out and trying their shirts and giving them an honest review. And so it's not normally something I do, but I went ahead, I went online and actually liked their products and their designs. And so we had them send us a couple shirts, and I have to admit, they're really soft, they're really cool. They actually fit how I like shirts to fit. I like the more tight fit versus the square block fit. I always refer to it as the European fit, but
yeah,
just the
it's tailored,
fitted type t-shirts. And so yeah, these are really cool, really nice. But I bring this up only to say, one of the perks of me being able to do that is that whenever I do that for these companies, one of the first things I ask for is, okay, well, can I share this with my viewers? And if I share with my viewers, I want to give them a discount code. So if you like these shirts and these designs, just like I said, this is actually my favorite one. this little spaceman. I'm gonna have to get that because somebody got it in their size and not in mine. But whatever.
Saying.
You just worry about yourself there. Yeah, I'll put a link up above, and there'll be a link in the description below where you can go and check them out. And just by clicking on that link, it should automatically give you 10% off of their shirts and they got all kinds of stuff.
5 Whiskey, contact Orlando approach on 124.8. Have a good day.
124.8, good day, 75 Whiskey.
Orlando approach, Baron 3175 Whiskey 8000.
3175 Whiskey, Orlando approach. The Orlando altimeter 3014.
01475 Whiskey.
So yeah, they got all kinds of good stuff on there, good cool shirts, and they got, I think, a t-shirt club or something. I haven't really checked that out yet, but I know I'm going to be going back on and actually ordering some more shirts. So if you like t-shirts and you like cool designs, even if you like plain ones, just looking away, Tim got me this one because it's just plain with a little tiny little emblem on it. I like it. Be sure to check them out. So for those who are relatively new to the channel, and by relatively new I mean within the last couple years, we used to fly all the time from St. Augustine to Fort Lauderdale. That was my weekly trip, and so now we're back onto this. And so one of the things with this trip, if you look at my flight plan, you'll see that we take Victor 3 down to Melbourne, but then we cut into Pahokee. The reason we do that is not by choice, because that would not be my preferred method. I would prefer just to continue south to go over PBI, which is more of a direct route. But because of all the traffic flying into Palm Beach International, they like to route the Pistons out west, over the Everglades, over Pahokee, and then bring us back in. So when the winds are out of the east, it's actually not bad because it lines us up directly for 9. The only time that it becomes really a nuisance or an annoyance is when the winds are out of the west. That's when I prefer to go out over the ocean and fly that arrival to come in. But unfortunately, they don't let Pistons do it. That's a turbine-only arrival. So we usually, when the winds are out of the west, we get stuck having to go all the way out west, then fly east past the airport, and then come back in, and then it adds a little bit of time to the flight.
There was that one time that we flew to Tamiami, and we were hitting that storm, and we had to go over what was it, PBI or was it Pompano?
Oh, PBI. We went over
Yeah,
PBI.
no, it was PBI. So we went we went over PBI, which was a hassle to get the guy to ask, but and then they were like, oh, are you sure you want to go, we went like 30 miles offshore? They thought we were going to go 50, but we ended up going 30.
Yeah.
And
we're like 30 miles offshore, and we had to duck down.
Yeah.
Because we had to get, they wanted us down like 3,000 feet or something to get below the rivals.
Yeah. But we got cool footage.
Great
and
footage.
Then all the boats and stuff, we watched the...
Think above.
There was a ton of boats out there that day, and it was funny watching them coming in, staying offshore, waiting for the storm to pass, and some of them were actually coming inshore, beating another storm that was behind them. So just watching them kind of skirt all the storms was interesting. Sometimes the water is funner to watch than the land.
Yeah, when you said one time, I thought you were going to talk about band camp. One time at band camp.
That'll do, donkey. That'll do.
Alright, looking ahead at Fort Lauderdale exec. The weather there is winds are 170 at 9, visibility 10, scattered 3,200. Alright, so the winds are out of the east, which means the preferred runway will be either going 13 or 9. We'll probably just end up going at 9 because they're going to bring us out east.
I just got smacked in the face again with, like, wait, I'm in a plane. I'm flying again. Like, it was one of those grounding moments again. What am I doing? How did I get here?
So I recently was in Dallas for 2.5 weeks, and I was there doing some training in the Lear 60. Just got another type rating, the Lear 60 XR type rating, and so I had the pleasure, and it was joy and stress, all in one, of sitting in the box and flying the Lear 60 simulator for 2 weeks to get, actually flying for a week. It was 2 weeks of training, but week in the box.
2.5 weeks.
Yeah, 2.5 weeks, difference in training. of getting there. So it was really cool. In fact, here I'll include some pictures. So you can just see some still pictures of what that was. And it was a good time. Went to CAE. It was a lot of fun. You know, it's not my first type rating, but it's actually my first type rating at a place like CAE. And I gotta say, there are definitely some pros and cons to doing training in the sim versus the real airplane. My low type ratings were done in the actual airplanes. Part of me really liked it. Part of me really liked being in the airplane, but I think because I found it easier in the airplane. Because they can throw so much more at you in the sim than they can't throw at you in the airplane.
More unrealistic flying, but it still happened.
They can throw anything at you. It's good stuff. So I don't know if I'd say unrealistic, but it's definitely
unlikely. That's why.
Unlikely.
Unlikely, I guess, is more.
Which is the best way to train, right?
Yeah.
Train for what you don't expect. It's kind of like Bruce. So if you haven't seen the video, I have a video where we talk up. I go up in the citation with my buddy Bruce, and he talks about he actually had a dual engine failure, and I'll put that link above as well. And one of the things he did after he got his type rating was in the sim, he had asked for, just randomly, because it's not a normal thing, he had asked to kill both engines and fly the plane and glide it into an airport. Something that would never happen in a turbine airplane, because due to the odds, reliability, there's only two things that would ever cause that, and that's fuel starvation or fuel contamination. Lo and behold, a year or 2 years later, he's flying and he gets fuel contamination, and he ends up losing both engines. And so, there's something that you would never be able to practice and train for in an airplane, and he actually had the opportunity. And he actually says in the interview, and again, the link's up above, that it felt exactly like the sim did. So it wasn't a new sensation for him, which is one of the great perks of flying in a sim. Orlando, Baron 3175 Whiskey. Just making sure you're still with me. Or not used to being this quiet.
Yeah, it's a little bit quieter right now because we're extremely reduced on staffing.
I'm sorry to hear that, but no worries. Just making sure I didn't miss a call or do something stupid.
I'm still here.
Someone's got to protect me from myself.
And the multiple VFRs that are furthest out to you.
And them too, for sure. 75 Whiskey.
So what is that?
Dynamite. Because I'm TNT.
I got a story about that.
Dynamite. So TNT is actually Dade Collier Training and Transition. This airport was originally built years ago as a relief airport for Miami International. That was the idea of it. If you look, it's actually a massive runway. Yeah. So if you look at the runway, 10,500 feet. So the thought was it would be a reliever for Miami International. I don't know if they were thinking sending cargo there or what the thought was, but it just never. It was too far out. It never took.
Can we land there?
And so, yeah. So often, there's a lot of times there's jet training. When I did my training years ago, when I was doing my private down in Miami.
That's where you would go?
No, we never went there, but I know that there was jets doing training and practice approaches and stuff into there because the runway is so long.
So long.
Yeah.
But I'm going, why is there one in the middle of
No,
the Everglades? I'm like, what is going on here?
Yeah. Yeah, it was my understanding, and I could be wrong. And in fact, if anyone knows the whole story, by all means, mention it in the comments below.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my understanding when I started flying.
We should go and do a touch. I want to see you do touch and goes in this thing. That's what we need to do.
Touch and goes?
You just land and turn.
Yeah.
Unacceptable.
No.
I want you to do touch and goes.
Oh, less wear and tear on my airplane.
I understand. I want to see you do a touch and go.
Baron 75 Whiskey, descend and maintain 4,000.
Descend 4,000, 75 Whiskey.
That's about right. It's about where they start bringing us down early. 4,000 is set. Alright, landing lights on. Strobes on, just light us up since we're gonna start getting around VFR traffic. Yeah, how we're still pretty far, and we're still 40 miles out and they're bringing us down to 3,000 feet. This is the stuff, this is what I don't miss.
Yeah. Not only is it a slightly longer flight, it's slightly more expensive.
Right. I mean, we would never be, Point of Order, we're 3,015 miles out.
Right.
And now we're 3,040 miles out.
Yeah. But when you've got this many people and they're
well, my argument is actually even more so, keep me above all that. Now you're putting me in that.
yeah, but then you're dunking. You're getting dunked into busy traffic.
Yeah.
Number 75 Whiskey, traffic 12 o'clock, 4 miles, 2,000 indicated and 1,700 indicated. Just appear to be maneuvering. Contact Miami approach 119.7.
Okay, 919.7.
119.75 Whiskey.
November 0 Charlie Whiskey.
95
Yeah.
280 join transition.
Miami approach, Baron 3175 Whiskey, 3,000. We have hotel and we're in and out of IMC.
No,
Number 3175 Whiskey, Miami approach. Expect the ILS 9 approach at Fort Lauderdale Executive Airport. And hotel is current, altimeter 3013.
Have hotel, expect the ILS, and the last controller gave us some traffic call outs, but we don't see him because we're in and out of IMC.
75 Whiskey, Roger. He's 2,000 and about 10 o'clock and 5. Currently eastbound, I'll keep you up to date.
Roger that, 75 Whiskey, thank you. Alright, respect the ILS. I actually already loaded the ILS because I was already expecting the ILS. There's some traffic.
So it looks like
us.
Tango Alpha is kind of he's doing this.
Yeah, they said maneuvering. So there's, see the road below us?
Yeah, kind of.
So they're probably doing VFR maneuvers, S-turns, or turns around a point, or doing ground reference maneuvers, and that's what they're using.
For 3175 Whiskey, descend and maintain 2,000 heading 180.
Descent 2,000 heading 180, 75 Whiskey.
West 32, turn left heading 290.
Alright, 2,000 and 180.
Heading 290, south of 36.
Alright, so now that we're on a vector, let's go ahead and activate the approach. Activate vector's final.
There we go.
There we go. That's what I want. Look at all this traffic right here.
I know, that's what I'm...
And look at the altitudes they're at. They'll turn us in a second, watch.
November 75 Whiskey, turn left heading 140.
Left 140, 75 Whiskey.
November 3175 Whiskey, 6 miles from pass, sliding 120, maintain 2,000 until establishment localized across on my 9-hour approach.
120 till establishment localized, you're cleared, ILS, 9-hour approach, 75 Whiskey.
3175 Whiskey, contact Fort Lauderdale Executive Town 20.9er.
Over to Tower Grenade, 75 Whiskey.
You're on tower.
Tower Baron 3175 Whiskey, ILS for 9er.
3175 Whiskey, Executive Tower, Row 9 cleared to land, wind 12011.
Army 9 clear to land, 75 Whiskey.
Under 12 at land, my notes are traffic to the east for exchange of routes.
Hello, house.
Plots ways, go plots approach. Plots approach. Nice up intercept. Gear going down. 154 knots.
Place makes me so nervous.
Here.
Yeah, because it's so busy.
It's actually a little less busy today, seems like.
Just looking at that.
Alright. Don't look at that, look out there.
7 Tango Alpha, proceed direct to the number, she'll be number 2 behind a bearing, 2 mile final, runway 9 clear to land. land.
Alright, go left land.
The numbers will be looking for that traffic, and we're going to never clear to land, 78 Takeoff.
500.
Alright, for 500 feet, we are 3 green. Laps land, clear to land. Alright, let's see if I can get off at, was that Bravo I wanted to get off at?
Yeah, I believe so.
Back. I'm not gonna make Bravo. Son of a dodge. That sucked.
Section 5 Whiskey, say parking.
Quebec ramp, San Whiskey.
5 Whiskey, turn right on Golf, contact ground.
Right on Golf over ground, San Whiskey.
Ground.
Baron 3175 Whiskey's cleared. 9er at Golf for the Quebec ramp.
C175 Whiskey is the ground, turn right on Echo Cross 13.
Right on Echo Cross 13, San Whiskey. Alright, Echo 1. Welcome to Fort Lauderdale Exec. It feels interesting being back here knowing, like, we've come a few times, but knowing that this is kind of becoming home again.
Yeah.
Feels a little weird, a little different, but anyhow guys, I hope you like this video. As always, hit that thumbs up, subscribe button. Biggest compliment we can receive is your subscription to the channel. Be sure to ring that bell for notifications, and be sure to hit all when you ring that bell. Make sure that you find out when we are releasing videos, because I keep hearing people aren't getting notified, even people who say they hit the bell. So uncheck it, recheck it. If you haven't already, stop by Baron Pilot Shop for some cool merch. Don't forget the link down below for if you're interested in these shirts or glasses or anything else. Alright, now you got lots of work to do.
I don't want to talk about it.
Alright guys, until next time, stay safe and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye, guys. It was sad.
That was a sad one.
Hey guys, just wrapping up this edit, and I realized I didn't give you any sort of follow-up to what happened with the comm failure. You know, comm failures are one of those things that it's going to happen. You know, failures happen in life, and aviation is no different. So the idea is to, you know, to stay calm and be prepared for them, and do things like aviate, navigate, communicate, and not to mention having a redundancy. It's why we have 2 NavComs, it's why we have 2 GPSs, magnetos. There's all kinds of redundancy in aviation, and this is exactly why. So anyhow, I want to give a special shout out though to Avidyne for doing a fantastic job of following up and their tech support and customer service. They got a new replacement IFD out to me the very next day, and we were able to swap them out, and things have been working fantastic ever since. So again, special shout out and thank you to Avidyne and their tech support and customer service for being on top of things. Anyhow guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, stay safe, and now see you in the next one.